cookie. Oh my god, I've just had my tea. I'm just setting up anyway. I don't know what I'm doing with them. But anyway, it's all bits and pieces, bits of paper, whatever not. All good fun. Oh. So I'll just wait for you to crack on. I haven't got any other device. It's just my phone, which is all good fun. Let's see who remembers. I love it because like people kind of go, oh, I thought it was some other time. It's like, no, it's now. It's today. It's 6 o'clock in the UK. That's when I'm here. So let me know you're there. Say hello if you're there. And if you ain't, all right. Hello, Louise. How the devil are you? Bless you. Look at you. First, boom, on you go. What are you like? Bless your cotton socks. Oh. Just sorting the rubbish out, as you do. What, may as well get myself a little bit tidy before I begin. I'm being ever so good there, aren't I? I've got all this rubbish here. Oh, let's have a look. Let's tidy up. Oh, dear me. Okay. Oh, dear me. Oh, well, I hope everyone's had a good day. What we are, we've got a couple of minutes to go thereabouts. So, there you go. I hope you're all well. You excited? Hi, Jackie. Hello. Why are you excited, Louise? Give the gossip. Why are you excited? Tell me more. Before I start, because then obviously I'll get lost in there. What's it? Hi, Heather. Louise is excited. I'm waiting to hear why she's excited. Hi, Sylvia. How the devil are you? See how long it takes before the dibs queen shouts dibs, isn't it? I'm going to call it on myself. Dibs. Only joking. I just thought it was hilarious. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. I've been going mad with the typewriter because she's probably going to my workshop. Oh, bless. I can't believe that. Wow, how quickly did that get sold out? I was really shocked. She's excited about watching me tonight. There you go. Oh, bless you. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. What do you fancy, Louise? Anything in particular? Bless. Yes, so I'm really excited to do the workshop. Hi, Marion. Bless. If I'm going to be a girl and get somebody else. Oh, my gosh. Sylvia. Go on. Love it. Now, bless you. It's nice to have your company. Oh, it's all right, Jackie. It's one of them. We haven't all got those incredible attributes to see through, into the fifth dimension and all that. Easy done. Right then, so anything particular that anybody wants? I have got some gansai tambi. I've got some elements. I've got some, I wish I was going too far. Please come down, Tevin. Do you know something? I am going to be looking at different venues. It's just nice to get one local. Hi, Lou. It's just nice to get something local to begin with, as it's my hometown. So, yes, I will be travelling. Don't worry, I have car, can travel. So, yes, all good fun. But, yeah. So, obviously, 6th of December for the workshop. It is sold out. So, thank you all so very, very much. I want to say, gansai. Okay, then, cool. I've got them here. There you go. I've got some Sumi colours and I've got graphite, which I love to bits. Any preference at all? Feel free. I have got all the sets, so if there's anything particular, give me a shout. So yeah, all good fun. So I am going to do just a bit of watercolor and just a bit of moving around with inks and stuff, because you know me and water. But I thought Cat's Rule. I thought this cat is quite quirky. Hiya, Keith. And then this one is called Bestie, but I want a bit of a Christmas theme to it. So there's no Christmas stamps here, so we're going to invent them. Why ever not? So green. I tried the gansai. They're really fun. They are, honestly, the granulating ones are amazing. I'm gonna look to do the graphite green, because I am going to do a Christmas tree theme. There's no Christmas tree here, but we're going to invent one. Okay, so I'm going to start. As you do, may as well, because it gives us more time to play about, doesn't it? First thing I'm going to do is get some VersaFine Clair, Nocturne, and stamp. Now then, I don't know whether to do Mr. Pussycat. I'm going to do this crazy looking thing. Bestie. I do like him. He does look like a little bestie. Hi, Susan. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I just want to say hello to somebody that's probably sitting in the bed now, chilling, getting away from their family. What a thing to do, eh? Go to bed and ignore family. I do it all the time. It's fabulous. But no, fair play. I just thought I'd give you a shout out. Hi, Sarah. Mom's improving. Yes, she's able to move around a little bit better. She's not 100%, so one of them. But thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. So yes, Mom's on the mend. She's on the downhill part of the journey, shall we say? Okay, so we have got we're doing Bestie first. Hi, Ali. And I want to do him about here because I want to play around with the background. Oh, sorry, we've got a bit of a light splosh there. Anyway, my bargain. Let me tell you about my bargain. I brought a typewriter. I went on, is it, good evening, Marie. Yes, thank you very much. Bless your cotton socks. I went on, what do you call it? The marketplace, that's it, on Facebook, and there was somebody advertising an old typewriter. So I've gone mad on typewriter things now. How cute is it? I mean, the main stuff you can make and grunge up, and I've done Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then I went off a bit, you know. I've missed me height, but that's what makes it unique. Then I put a new ribbon in it. Look, hello, I work much better. I can actually see the writing. How fabulous is that? And then it's just remembering where your cap locks are on a type. Remember the old typewriters? I remember them well. So yeah. So it's just, yeah, you're going to see all sorts of little bits and bobs and little things I've stuck together. And hello, 91 mini me. Love it. So yeah, I might utilise this in a different way. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I have gone a bit mad on typewritery little bits and bobs. That was prior to me changing the. I love the feel because you hit it that hard, it actually imprints it on the other side. So you know me, I'm very textural sort of thing. So yeah, I've been playing around with the typewriter. But yeah, £10, fabulous. I recommend it to everybody that likes putting word in and tags and stuff like that. I mean, if you've got one of them fancy, you know, like the brother taggy things and all that, I'm just quite easily on £10 typewriter. But, you know, if you want to do your fancy stuff, you carry on. I'm all about recycling. The typewriter's an antique, a bit like me. But honestly, it's fabulous. And I've done this, I know, bargain, honestly. I mean, I've done that tag. That is just, I mean, I've just put a bit of acrylic paint on. I'll show you different techniques like that. But I mean, look at that. Bit of acrylic paint, you know, popped it in, done me a bit on the typewriter. But it gives such an amazing effect. You ain't going to get these in the shops, you know. That's what I love about us crafting. Anyway, let's play. So I'm going to, a bit of gansai tambi. However, I want to make a Christmas tree, like I've just said. So, as you can see on Bestie, now this is a fabulous set. I think they're $7.99 for these sets. Well worth it, because you get so many little stamps. I love you, Bestie. I mean, this can go male or female. And then you've got these little branches and things. You've got this little bit of, what's it done? But we're going to do our own little thing there. Then you've got this other creature with 3 eyes. I think that's fabulous. You know, obviously they're besties. But then you've got like little roses, little, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe like bricks or something. But again, I can use that in all sorts of different ways. So I'm going to get this tiny little leaf stamp. Oh, just fell on this accidentally. Oh, hello, accidentally, Rosemary. How the devil are you? We're doing a little bit of art inspirations. We're doing a bit of gansai tambi. I keep getting a reflection. I do apologise. I was just saying about me bargain of my typewriter. I've gone a bit mad on typing. So I've been doing a lot of stuff with typewriter. This would be great for journaling and junking and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to create a Christmas tree out of the most minutest. I'm making words up now. This little thing here is going to become a Christmas tree, I'm sure of it. And I want to put the tree. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a standing chance here. I'm going to just get a pencil line. And then I'm just going to go with it realistically. I'm going to finger stamp, so I don't know what I'm going to end up with. That's even better. Now then, let me have a look. I am going to use a very light. Am I going to use a very light? No, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go trusted. So there's no rubbing this out and starting again. Shady line, however, I am going to add to it. So it's all about the fun, why not? So let me get me a little bit of, let me get some paper. Let's have a look what we got. Okay. Oh, that feels a nice bit of paper. It's too nice to scribble on, but it's okay, we'll do that. So I like to make sure I'm printing off and tabbing off and seeing what we've got. So let's have a look. So, oh yeah, how cute is that? That's going to make a fabulous Christmas tree. So when you've got stamps and you think to yourself, oh, I've got to buy this, I've got to buy that, have a look at what you've got, because at the end of the day, it is an expensive hobby. So I'm trying to not save you any money, but just trying to make you think outside the box a little bit. As you do, why not? So I'm going to just do those little stamps, 4 or 5 in a row. I'm just going to stamp them down. And then I'm going to just sort of think to myself, well, a little tree is going to have a little bit. So I'm just going to fluff it out a bit. Now, I haven't done any demos or anything like that, so I don't know what we're going to end up with, if I'm totally honest with you. That's what I love about doing stuff like this, because it just makes me laugh, because I don't know what I'm going to end up with, but it's always something really fun and quirky and crazy. And already it's sort of looking like something that I'd put up in the house anyway. A Christmas tree that resembles God knows what, if I'm honest. Let's just bring that around here. Don't be too worried if you're... I'm just going to extend that up, actually. Fluff it out. First, second, third generation. I mean, that looks quite cool for a Christmas tree, to be fair. Being as there wasn't one there to begin with. Now then, what else can we put on? Might just do a bit of freestyling, as you do. Right, okay, so we've got that little, which I think is brilliant. We've got a Christmas tree. So, let me get my gansai tambis. Now, I have got the graphite colours, and I'm going to do the green in this. Now, I've never used the green. I'm always using every other colour. Right, honestly, you've got to think outside the box. Think outside the box. Right, we've got a Christmas tree out of a leaf stamp. And no matter what the leaf looks like, even if it's like a leaf, you can turn it into a tree. All right, please bear with. This is gonna look amazing, I'm sure. Well, I'm going to try and make it look amazing. Watercolor card. Now this watercolor card, let me just show you. Let me grab you the pack of. That's how it came. You know, the place that's a river, starts in A and ends in on, right? That's obviously where I got this pack from. Very good. It ain't no fancy, but it's brilliant for you to play about with, and especially if you're playing with water. Now, I will be doing another card, and on that other card I will be probably using, let's have a look, probably some Lavinia multifarious. But just to give you an idea of size, there you go, it's A4 off. So it's the A6 size, and I would say it's probably easily, it's a decent watercolour card, that is. Just so it gives you an idea. For one, you've got an idea of size, and for one, you've got an idea of an idea. Now, I'm just going to squirt just the tree area. So I'm just going to dampen that down. And I'm also, while I've got this on the go, I'm going to squirt it in there. Now, I've got a watercolour brush, as you can see. It's got water in there. You can see the bubble of water going there. And it is old. I mean, look at the size of it. It used to be white. And you can just see that there now. I love gansai tambi. Absolutely love it. So I don't know. I'm going to go straight down the middle. Okay. I want to come right the way down, actually. Perfect. Now I want to go across it. Now there's no water here. And I just want to show, if you put plenty on, I want to show you what you're going to get. So I'm going to put that out the way. Let me put my top on my Versify. So far we've used 2 stamps to get an effect. What effect? I don't know. I'm going to put some more water on now. Here we go. I want to bring that down because I don't want it going too balmy. Oh, I'm losing my tray. Right, let's play around. Okay. And remember, trust the process. Don't panic. Let me get that off. There we go. Now, at the minute, it's looking a bit like blobby. That's okay. I trust it. Let me get a bit of tissue. There we go. Let's just dab that. Now, I'm dabbing off, but I've got a start process. So I've already got like a sort of like a base coat now. Let me just dry that card off. Now, you can tell how good your card is. I mean, there was a lot of water on that, and it's bone dry on the back. And that's not because I've got this on the go. There we go. So I now want to be playing around with this. Now I'm going to let's get some elements. I will go back to that gansai tambi in a minute. Let me just, green sleeve, lime punch. I think that's quite let's play around with them. And I'll tell you actually what would look nice. Let's have a look. We get a bit of Bermuda. Maybe some olive. Right, so let's move these out the way. I'm going to start with the lightest colour, you know me. So I'm going to squidge the top. And that just gives me a little impression on there. Now, like I said, I'm using a watercolour. Let me get that off. I need elevator music again. There we go. Okay. Look, I'm already killing myself. What am I like? I'm inking myself up. I haven't even started. Let me put that there a minute. Stay. Right then. So, water. Let's put a bit of base down. So we've got that base underneath because we got that little bit. Because even though you can't see it very well, we've still got that colour. Now, I know most of you suffer with arthritis, or you can't grip properly, or your sight's a bit dodgy. Me too. Okay. So don't worry. This technique will suit you great. So don't worry about any lines. Don't worry about going around anything. Now, when you've got big harsh lines like that, you need a big blob of water. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but I am actually getting a bit, so it's dripping out. So it's literally, my brush is saturated. And all I'm doing is now working around that area to calm down that harsh line. So if ever you're working with things and you get harsh lines, this is how you get rid of it. And again, just put yourself some more water. And the only way you can do this is if you trust the card you're using, which means that you've got to have a good quality card to begin with. And that is your secret to putting your cards down. I quite like how grubby that looks there. Right, now then. Yes. Now I want to put a little bit more depth in. So let me just put a little bit more green on there. And then this is where you play around, because a tree, you're going to see several different colours. So olive's going to be too dark. Let's have a look at green sleeves. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go straight in with Bermuda. So again, just squidge it so you got that. So you're not ruining your ink pad. And all you're doing there is, all you can see, look at that. I've got gold in there. Oh, we might have a bit of, oh yeah, we're going to as well. Oh, fabulous. I'm so naughty. Don't tell anybody. But there's little splashes of gold in there. It's going to give you such a lovely effect. Right, so now we're starting to build up a light and dark contrast of a tree. And this is all you do when you're putting stuff together. And now I just want to pull a little bit underneath our man here, our little bestie, because ain't he fabulous? I'm going to colour him like an orange or something. He's cool, he is. There we go. So let me just see if I can get some of that gold. Now the gold was actually a piece I've done on a card, and I used the golds, gansai tambi, splashes, and it came out fabulous, to be fair. Blended lovely. But that's something I can't show you, but there you go. But at least you know about it. Right, so here I'm going to get myself some, I'm going to get a little, I'm going to get my Mondelez. I can never say it for toffee, but there you go. A couple of different pencils. You know me, I like a light, medium and a dark. Let me try and get something a little bit more. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we got here. Dark. Yeah, do you know something? I'm actually going to stick with what I pulled out first of all. So I just want to do a bit of a tree stump, but then I also want to be able to just pull together a baseline and a ground, because very much going on that card, but it will be in a minute when we pull it together. So I'm going to start with this. This brown's got more of a red in it. Now, if you want the number of this, so it, like I say, it's a Mondelez and it's a 32. I'm using a 66 and a 68. Sounds like bingo, doesn't it? Just when you're ready, shout house. Feel free. All I'm going to do there is just a nice little couple of lines, drag it down, go over it again, just to put a different colour in it, and then I'm going to go the darker one, and I'm just going to, just here and there, look like there's a bit of a branch maybe, nothing major. There we go. So we've got some idea that there's something in there. And then with the darker one, again, I just want to touch down just a little area there. I mean, he's so cute. Love him. And as it's a watercolour piece, and these are watercolour pencils, guess what we're going to do? Let me Let me just wipe. Yeah, that, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to move it around just a little, nothing major. Now, if you're using this and it's too much water for you, then you can quite easily just go on and use a brush with water on if you're more comfortable to do that. But these are great little gadgets. Now, what I want to do is just put a little of a bit of a background in. And to me, in fact, actually, let me put some colour on him so he pops out. And like I said, I wanted him sort of orangey. Tell you what, we'll have a little bit of a red colour, bit of traditional craziness there. Why ever not? Okay, I quite like that. But himself, I mean, I've used what's this one? This is a 42. Now again, you could do greens on that, but obviously I've already used greens on here, so I want a contrasting colour. And again, if you're unsure, get a colour wheel, and if you haven't got a colour wheel, just go online and have a look at a picture of a colour wheel, so you can understand what an opposite colour is and what's going to complement. And don't worry, again, it's a watercolour piece. If you've got arthritis or you can't grip properly or your sight's not, if you go out the lines, don't worry about it. I'll show you what we'll do. Don't worry. It's only paper. I'm going to get a different orange. And I'm just going to go a bit more pressure on that one now. Yeah, towards the back, so it gives you a little bit more of a shadow. Whatever not. How cool is that? Oh, I mean, look at him. We need some here, though. We've got too much white space. Right then, so what do we need to do? Maybe a bit of cloud. Now, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to use Midnight Blue, which is sort of black, realistically. These are on the elements. So, water. Now, you can see I've used this a bit times, and I've got a little bit of something going on in there. I just want to spray a little bit of water here at this top area. Not too much. And all I'm going to do now is like maybe just sort of like a bit of clouding. Now, you can use the gansai tambi if you want to, but I want to add to this, and I want to get some nice clouds in. So at the minute, it's sort of what you're doing sort of thing, but trust the process. Move the water around, clean your brush, let the water move around, let the ink move with the water, and it's a little bit at a time. Now I'm blending that. Look at that grey is blended into that now. So we've now got a little bit of sort of a skyline. I have to move it over here so I can see what I'm doing on the camera. I can see what you're seeing then. So take no notice of me. Now if I want to build up a little bit of oomph in that, because I mean I could quite easily put a bit of snow coming down on that. I'm just going to put a little bit more of a darkness to it. Just in some places. Just to build up a cloud. Because when you look up the sky, you've got a lot of different colours that go on with clouds. And that will move. It's not going to stay put in that colour tone. And again, you can drop a blob of water down and put it on and allow it to move. Now, I'm just going to dry that off quickly. Let me see what you're seeing. Okay. I just want to add some more down here. So I just want to add a little bit of something down here. Now, I've got a finger mark there, great, you know. Let's turn it into a cloud. There you go. Okay, right then. Now, I want to add a lighter colour in, so I'm going to add sort of a sunsetty colour. So let's add a little bit of pink. Why ever not? So I've got a bit of pink confetti. And I'm just going to skip this over now. Now, in places, now I've got to watch now because I'm going to put blobs everywhere. But in places, don't worry about how harsh you put it down because it will move with the water. And there you go. Let's move it around. And this is how you'll make sort of a sunsetty sort of effect, or, you know, add a bit of depth into your sky. You could add different colours, different blues into that. It depends how comfortable you are really about adding different colours in, but I want something that's going to bring out the whole piece. So let me just add little bits here and there. Okay. This is the best thing with this water brush, because no matter what you're touching and how you're moving things around, it'll just work with it really, really well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Sundance on, and it's only smidging whatever's in the lid. So I'm not physically thinking, oh, I want to add lots of this and lots of that. I just want to add that little bit of extra depth into the piece. So there's hardly anything really going on, even though it looks like there's a lot, there isn't. Because when it's dry and how I bring it together, I'll actually blend that with probably a bit of oxides just on that top part there. Now I want to really blend that out to nothing. So let me just, like I said, just put plenty of water on. Let's blend it out. Let's blend that blob. So remember I had a fingerprint there. Don't worry about it. I ain't. Turn into a bird if you need to. So what I'm doing now is bringing the water down. And if anything moves with this water now, don't worry about it. It's going to give a great effect. I don't know what we're going to end up with, but I'm going to squirt it now. Oop, there we go. Fabulous. Now you've got watercolor pencils on here. So if you wanted to just move them around a little bit, just so that ink moves, then you can do. And when you add the water, although they're lovely when you blend, it's also nice when you actually play around with the inks that you're working with. And I love doing this, because you never know what you're going to end up with. However, the effect when it all blends together is lovely. So let me just dab little bits of the water off. The colour will go in, so don't worry about that. We can add some nice whites and that up there in a minute to get the cloud, and maybe even a little bit of, let me just add a bit more water there. I took away my blend, that's it. Oh yes. So don't be shy when you're drawing. If you need to add more water, add more water. That's what watercolour's all about, play. Don't be shy. Can't ruin anything, it's a piece of card at the end of the day. Turn into a tag. That's one of my favourite sayings. If you don't like it, turn it into a tag. Right, again, bone dry on the back. So I'm just drying it through. So it's really held water very, very well, this piece of card has. Okay, let's have a look what we got. I will get the gansai tambi out in a second. Let me just move them out the way though, because I know that I'm going to end up with a disaster and put something in it that I shouldn't do. So let me put them out the way. Right then. Let me get a brush, and I want to just bring this together. So let's have a look. I haven't got any blue on there. And if we're doing some sort of a snowy scene, I've just got some tumbled glass. Let me have a look. That'll do for me. Let's have a look. Oh, that'll work. Recycle the back of the paper. There we go. Okay, tumbled glass. Let me just bring in. Now, don't worry if you get big blobs. You know me, I'm a fan of big blobs of ink, because if you add water to it, it's a fabulous effect. But I've noticed a lot of you, when you're talking to me, sometimes you feel that it overpowers you a little bit when you're adding water, or too much water, or just I don't know how to explain it. I would say go with your gut instinct. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. However, when you come out of your comfort zone and play around with things, that's how you learn. So, you know, I would say best of both worlds and give it a go. And then when you feel uncomfortable, stop, but then think, oh, shall I have another go? And go for it. Do you get what I mean? So I'm like your naughty devil sitting on your shoulder saying, do it, do it, do it. However, if you're not that way inclined, don't do it. I don't want to tell you to do something that you're uncomfortable experimenting with, because I don't know your personal situation. I don't know whether you've got spare card to play around with. So I'm trying to be fair. Yeah, do you get what I mean? So that is, I mean, look at the depth in that. I mean, that is crazy. Let me get some brown. I want to add some brown onto that. Hold on. Blues and browns complement each other so well. Let me just find a nice brown for that. Let's have a look. Oh, what we got here? Walnut stain. It's calling me. This light, honestly, I do apologise, you know. I hate it when I'm going to put it on the squiff. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, it's over there. Okay, well, there you go. Anyway, let's play. Yay. Okay. Oh, look at that. I can see how this is going, and I haven't even put water to it yet. Oh, love it. So like I say, I'm all about adding depth in different ways. So do not worry and think to yourself, oh, I like it with the blue, I've lost that colour. When you add water on now, you'll see it'll play. And then we're going to add, right, so when I add water on, that's when I'm going to put water on, and then I'm also going to put white on to get that snowy effect. So you know me, I'm going to drown it, then I'm going to posture it, and then I might re-splatter it again. So let's see what we end up with. Let's put them over there. But already you can see it's gone quite like a murky looking card, especially with the oranges, the browns and everything. But let's bring it to life. Let me delve into the Posca pen pot. Now then, I have had a new pen today. I treated myself. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Let's see if it auto charged. Fabulous. Okay, give it a shake. Always use your largest brush. Now the Posca I'm using is, oh, it's nice and shiny and clean. Look at that, you're going to stay long. It's a 5M, so that's one of the thicker nibs. There is a larger one after this, and one of the days I might treat myself to it, but at the minute it's the same as it is. Now you can do normal water stains, water splashes. If you want to put bleach on, that's up to you, but I'm going to just stick with some normal water at the minute. In fact, let me use that one. Now, oh, look at that. So look at that. Can you see that? It's like got the gold glittery micro in it. Oh, that might go onto this. Well, why not? It looks like it does look a bit iffy. However, that's, can you see it? It's just like magical. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, you could bottle that and just, I remember I was just sitting there, you know, like the old oil lamps. I'd just sit there watching them for hours as a kid. I used to love it. But you see, now I'm putting this on, you're going to have that little bit of that bit of micro off the gansai tambi, and that was the gold that I used. And oh, how amazing would that be? Oh, I'm all excited. Okay, so we've got plenty of water on there. Let's see if this is going to splatter nice and decently. So the largest one, let's see what we got. Oh, we've got decent splatters. I'm happy. Yeah, okay, I'm happy. Now the trick is to allow your Posca to move with the water, but also not to overdo it, but I will redo it again. So let's have a look what we got there. So I'm just going to dry that off a little bit. Now I've got some big blobs of water in place, and all I want to do is take that water off, not the paint. So I'm just dabbing where the water is, because I like the way the paint moves. And that's the same down this bit here. Same there. But I also like the effect where the water takes off the paint. So you've got sort of a bit of a dual effect now. Let me just take off a little bit of that water there. Okay, okie dokie. Right, let's just do that a second. Right, I'm going to put some more Posca splats on now. Let's make it snowy. Let's charge it up. I need a bit of a charge on that, I think. Oh, that's better. Yeah, okay. Might have two. Oh, no, that's not. Oh, yeah. I like big splats, as you can see. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and if you don't like big splats, don't overcharge it. Or use a smaller size nib, basically. So I really like the way that is. That's my cup of tea, that. So what I want to do now is maybe put some snow down where he's sitting, sort of thing. So again, could do it with this. Keep it all in line with the same colours and the same materials used. And that's the whole idea with a mixed piece when you're using like mixed media. Let me just dab that corner. I can see it's a little bit light there. Well, still wet even. So here, I'm just going to just do a couple of little blobs down. Just remove things out the way so I can see what I'm doing. There you go. Are you still there? You're awfully quiet tonight. Or have I just missed the comment? If I've missed the comments, I do apologise. I was in my zone. I was in my Christmas zone. Sorry if I missed what you've said. Oh dear. If you'd like to retell me anything, feel free. I do apologise if I have actually missed, if you've said something to me. Sorry. Now in this set you've got some like little grasses. Can you see that? So we've got the tree that's made a Christmas tree, and then you've got these little grasses. So always think out the box, you know. So I am just gonna finger stamp some little grasses, and I am going to go back to the Shady Lane, the Versafine Clair. Let me just get this bit of, let me get a bit of scrap. Hold on, is that scrap? Yeah, that'll do. I like to just be able to stamp off as I go. Let me move things. Crumbs almighty. Okay, so I now need a little bit of, well, that'll do, won't it? Yeah, yep, that'll do. Okay, so, oh, look at that. Ain't that cute? Okay, that's going to make fabulous little bits of grass for me here. And I just want something just to look in the background, really. Yep, I'm liking the look of that. Yep, so it's all just nicely blurred. And then if you want to actually have something frontal, then you can if you want. How cute is that? So we've got them nice sploshes, how it's moved. I love that. That is really, that's a fabulous little infill. And if you're comfortable enough and confident, you know, you come in this, look, there's this like really little tiny one here. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh, let me see what I can do with that. Let's have a look. Oh wow. Oh, I mean, just look at that. I mean, what could that be? I don't know, but we'll try. We'll have a look. We'll investigate. Let's have a look what you can be. That could be, definitely be a bit of grass. Yeah. It's just, you've got to start thinking outside the box with some of your stamps, maybe. I mean, you haven't got to. If you feel that that's what it is, that's what it is. No problem at all. I mean, like this for you, these dots, I mean, that could be absolutely anything. Little snowy things, little bricks could go down with that, you know, absolutely anything. Anyway, we could now maybe, I'll tell you what we could put on there. Let me just, let me get me bits and bobs on. Now, I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm not being rude if I'm not answering you. It's because I genuinely cannot see any comments. So my apologies if you are still there and you're talking to me. I genuinely can't see anything. Right, so I am now gonna, that's for that other little leaf stamp again. So I've used this one, and obviously just the bestie, Mr. I don't know what is it, like a little dragon, pet dragon or something, isn't it? And all we've done is sprayed him with water. But I want to get some, I want to put some, I want it to look festive, basically. So I want to put some baubles on it. And I am going to use, now then, I want a colour that you're going to see. So let's have a look. I have got some liquid pearls. And I'm not going to use the white because we've got white around. So I've got green, I've got silver. Oh, will that go? Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're going to use that. Oh, crumbs, I've just dropped some. Wait a minute. I might also, yeah, let's have a look what these look like. So, raspberry and taffy. And I think that's going to complement what we've done up in the sky, just to bring those colours out. So I'm going to try the raspberry first. Now, bear with. I want to make sure that, oh, yeah, it's going to definitely do something. That's one. And I just want to see if this one's working. Okie dokie. Well, that one's never been used, so let's have a look. Yeah, it's going to work. Fabulous. Well, quite like that. Okay, let's start with this one because I like this one. So on our Christmas tree that we've made up out of a leaf, let's pop in some random, because he could have actually have just done this, you know. Could have just dressed his tree and be very proud, admiring it, really, couldn't he? Oh, bless him. And I am going to put on the darker contrasting colour because I think that will then complement really nicely. And there are some little, I'm just going to put some on here. Now, obviously you have to be careful when it comes to you putting little, they do level out. So don't be shy and think, oh, I've got a point here and not on that one. You've got to let it dry. but they do level out. So even though you think, oh, it's got a right point on that, it looks a bit naff, honestly, it's fine. It'll level out lovely, and they make such a fabulous effect, as you can see. Put one up here, put one over there. Now, don't overdo it, but do enough so you'd think, I mean, it depends on how you dress your tree at home, I suppose. You know, you're one of these ones that's got all the tinsel and all the streamy things, you know, the bits of dangly bits off. Look how cute's that. How cute is that? I can't matte and layer it because otherwise I'm going to blob them out. But that gives you an idea, but I will matte and layer it later. So there's one card anyway. That's totally off the cuff. Totally. Now, I can't see any comments, so I'm really sorry. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've just touched it and I can see comments. Okay, sorry, Sarah, Agith. Just fell on this accident. Oh, okay, we've got Rosemary, got Marie. There we go. How weird is that? Oh, so I've just learned something there. I've just touched it and it's decided to do something. Okay, anyway, so there's that anyway. So the next one I've got is Cat's Rule. So I want to do something not the same as, but something, obviously we want this to dry. Let me just see if I can just give it a quick blast just to give it just a little bit of something, because I want to put some white highlights on it as well. And the white highlights I'm going to use will be from, let me grab one of them, your trusted Uniball Signo Broad pen, and that is the one with the pigment ink. Now, let's make sure it's working. I'm not going to go anywhere near there, but I just want to bring his teeth. So just, and like I say, don't worry about if you've got bad hand or anything like that. It has not got to be perfect because the card is not that way inclined, because it's a watercolor piece. Let me get one that might actually decide to work. Let's have a look. Turn it around a minute. Let's try it that way. My hand can go over there then. Ah, it's better. Because it's a watercolor piece and you're outside the box with it, so to speak, it ain't going to matter if you actually hit something you shouldn't, or, you know, you do a blob somewhere you shouldn't. Don't worry about it. This is your version. So don't think to yourself, you know, but look at that. So that's just a bit of cheap watercolor card, saturated with water. We've moved things around and played with it. And then we've just added those pearls on. I mean, look at that. They're just starting to settle now. I don't know if you can see that. So the points are coming off them and they're actually just self-settling, which is absolutely fab. And then when they're dry, you've got that lovely, if you're a textual person, they're absolutely fabulous to touch. Okay, so let's back that out the way. Let's think of something now for our pussycat. Let's let that dry. I'm going to put him over here. Bear in mind, I'm going to make sure I don't touch it. Don't let me go over that direction, otherwise, lo and behold, I'm going to have a problem. I can just see me doing it. Okay, so Mr. Pussycat, Christmas. Hearts, he's got a fish, he's got a rock. We need to get a nice piece of card for him. So, I've got a small piece of card. Reason being is we can do a lot on a small card, especially if you matte and layer it. So especially if you're sending it off to people and you're keeping it under a certain size for Royal Mail, because Royal Mail postage charges are ridiculous. So if you go with this size card to the B7, once you've matte and layered it, you get up to like an A5 sort of size, and that's the size that you don't go anything over that, because then postage wise you're going on silly postage. So this is perfect if you're going to matte and layer and then mount it onto a card, and this will fit perfectly onto, once it's matte and layered, onto like that half of A4 card, you know what I mean, that sort of size. So perfect. Now I am going to get rid of this because I've got a blob there, so before I save myself any disaster, look at that, beautiful. Before I do any disaster, let's put that out the way. Now then, cat, bless him. I am going to do him in black. And I do want to do a Christmas theme again. So again, where's my block? Honestly, if I had brains, I'd be dangerous. I don't know how I managed to lose things. God help you lot that are turning up for this this workshop. I'll end up losing you. Never mind, blooming blocks and things. Crumbs. Right, okay, so Nocturne's over here. Dear. Honestly, oh, I hurt you. Dear me. I think I've had one of them days today. Now then, I know there's some So when you've stamped, when you get used to your stamps, you can see little bits. Let's just move that off. And that says, Lisa, you should clean your stamps. And I'll say to myself, yes, Lisa, I know I should. And I'll say then I'll take after me mum. That's all I'll do. Okay, now I like him. He is absolutely funky. So I want him in, I'm going to have him in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to have him about there. I want to sit, well, I'm not going to sit him on that rock, but I am going to sit him on something. Voila. Isn't he cute? Let me get a bit of tissue. Let's wipe him off. Perfecto. So let's put him over there. Let's put him back. We've got little hearts. We've got little bits and pieces. Now again, let me just make sure he's nice and dry. Got my water splats. I ain't going to need them, I don't think. Let's just move them out the way. Oh, it's already starting to curl. He's off on one already. So I've used the Lavinia multivarious, and it is 350 GSM, and it's a smooth. Now, difference with this one and that one, obviously size. This one's got a textured paper. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's not a smooth card, but it held the ink really well. He's drying lovely, by the way. He's out the way safe. And then this little munchkin, which is called Cat Rules, and again, I think this one's $7.99. Sure it is. Let me just pop it over there so you can see. They're all on the site. If you look under Mr. Barguest, I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologise if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. That's how I'm pronouncing it today, and that's what we're going to stick with. So I want to pop him onto, let's get some gansai tambi out. That's for starters. So I am going to drain the card. Now, obviously I've put VersaFine Clear. It's permanent. There's a lot of water on that card now, as you can see. So let's play. Now I am actually going to go dark on this one because it's a black cat. Why not? Right, let's just... Now I am going to just put that... No, I'm not. I'm going to put that there, maybe. There we go. Okay, let me get my brush. I'm faffing. Okay, so I'm just going to get a normal brush, and I am going in this one. So I think I've gone in the blue, I think. Don't know. And what I want to do is I want to start, while that water's still wet, I just want to take just the area. Oh, yes. Now, I love plenty of movement with gansai tambi, because it creates its own picture, and this is what I love about it. So I'm just going to move that out of the way now. So I've got a lot of water coming down here. Just look at that now. Absolute crazy. Absolute crazy. Couple of splotches. Let's play with the movement. And I just want to, I'm going to put my brush there nicely. And again, use the colours depending on what you're using and what you're stamping. You've got that colour palette there to play around with. Now, I just want to move that a little bit. Just get my hair dryer. And while we've got that wispiness happening, I just want to rescue things in places. That's it. You can move it around as much as you like, and you can dab it off now as well. So let me... So where you've got the bigger blobs, don't be shy, you can sort of dab it here and there. And you can add to this. So if you've take off and you think to yourself, oh, I've just took too much off, we can go back in with some more water and some more gansai. Let me just pop that over there. Okay, over we go. Now, the only thing I'd say with this is you never know what you're going to actually end up with. So at the minute, we've got a really wispy looking card. Now, I can go in with several different things now. You can go in with different Let's have a look. Different gel pens, for instance. So you can go in with your roller balls, your pigment microns, your uni balls, any of those sort of things you can go in with. And it depends on what you want to see on the picture. So let's have a look. I got number 3. Let me see if that's going to work nicely for me. Because 9 times out of 10, sometimes these do work, sometimes they don't, depending on the fineness of them. So I now want to bring... I'm going to ground our lovely cat now. He's on a rock, and as you look at the rock, it's already got layers on. So when you look at the picture, you can see there's a light area here, and we've got a dark area. Well, this dark area here, I want to actually create something coming out of that, and then this we can put some colour in, so it's a bit like an aura. So we can actually turn that into a lovely sky. So here now, I want to maybe let's have a look what he's got now. He's got a fish, he's got a little mouse hanging, he's got some hearts. But I can also do something similar with what we've just used off Bestie, and I could use that little branch or these little twiggly bits as things coming out. So the other one, which we didn't use on, which was along without the leaves. So that's a minute thing now. I finger stamp, but I'm just going to show you the difference. So you've got that on the stamp there, if you can see it. And as we've got a black piece, I am going to do it in black. Now, you could also do it in, let me just grab Morning Mist. So you could do it in Morning Mist as well, and then go over it in black if you needed to. So let me just show you a different little technique here. Let me just put that away a minute. Put lids on things. So let me show you. So Morning Mist. Let's pull the card down. Let's move that out the way. So we've got this lovely little sort of bobbly thing. I don't know. It's not technical. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's there. And that goes quite well because I can go over it then with that liner if I need to. Now, I'm going to do a couple of first, second, third generations. So it gives that sort of layered look. And that's what you need to do. You need to have like different little layers here and there. So I'm just going to bring just different little areas in. I mean, I don't know what sort of flowers are going to turn out to be. Are they flowers? Are they something else? I don't know. But let's see what we can pull together. You haven't got to have many stamps to create something. And creating something is what it's all about. In my head, it could be art. In your head, it could be a mess. But at the end of the day, it's a creation. And somebody somewhere is going to look at that and go, wow. And you know something? That's all it is. You're showing somebody something and you're giving them that wow. You know, you might not agree with it, but that person particular that said wow does. So let's just put a little bit of black into this. Let's build it up. Because it's actually starting to look quite funky now. And remember, we can add a little bit more of that gansai in. So I just want to, just where we've got these little bits here. And then here. I actually want to bring this into something into this area here, actually. And I think that's going to look quite cute. So, tiniest of stamp. You might not think of anything particular, but it's given us a really funky background. It complements the piece really well, and that's on here. That little tiny one there. Sometimes you look at pieces and you think, what on earth am I going to do with that? Well, there's times like this is where you start playing around with your stamps, because if you don't like that, we can cover it with something else. And you know I'll do that quite easily. When you've got these little funky ones here. Anyway, where's our little cat gone? So he wants to hold something there. Now, he can hold a heart. He can hold a little mouse hanging down. He could hold a fish. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that fish on there. And I'm just going to get the black ink, because this is sort of gone to sort of a black and grey piece. So I'm just going to, let's have a look. Yeah, I'll go that way. I'm going to pop him right about there. Why not? How funky is that? Yeah, I mean, this could be anything. This could be now it could turn into like a little underwater piece. Could be fishing for all we know. Bless him. He ain't doing very well though, is he? I don't want to do that. Let me put that there. Let me just block that off. There we go. I really like that fish. That fish is really cool. It's got some really good detail in that. That is really funky. Okay, so let's pop something into this now. So I don't know what we're going to hang from in there. I'm really, I'm intrigued now. But let me just put a little bit of a... So all I'm going to do is just some little flick outs. That could be taught like interpretation of a grass. I mean, you can do grasses if you want to, depending on what stamps you've got. If you've got stamps to do grasses, do grasses. As in, let me show you. Let me find... Where's my trusty pot? Let me get my trusty pot out of the way. Hold on a second. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll do this one quickly. So there's one of my trusties that I use all the time. I'll just wet my finger. And I will put that there. And all I'm going to do now is just add that little bit of contrast here and there. And then here, where's my bit of card? Here, I will just put in up. So at the end of the day, you don't know where he's standing, do you? So he could actually be fishing. I think that's quite funny. He's fishing and he's like, the fish are dead. Oh gosh, I love it. This is just funky. I love it. I like when you do things out the box. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's tickled me. Absolutely tickled. I want to put some snow and everything. I really want to go proper OTT with snow on this. I'm going to sod it. As you do. Let me just dry that off. My little dragon with his funky tree's doing all right. He's nicely. Okay, I just this has just tickled me. I can't even say it now. No, let me just put my paints away. So don't be shy to use your paints in different ways, because at the end of the day, unless you use them, nobody else is going to use them for you. Right, so let's have a look. So I've got purple and blue. Let me just see what we got. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be red or a purple. I don't know. But I want a yellow as well. Hold on. Not that one. I want to give like a little bit of an oomph to the sky. So let me just put them out the way. So just using whatever's on my brush. I'm not dipping into anything. I just want to see what's there. And this is how you get your auras. So all I'm going to do is just play around. Now already I could think to myself, yeah, that's pretty. Let's see what we got. Oh, I've got a bit of blue. Yep, okay. And the blue and the grey go lovely. Bring that round there. See if I've got anything on the purple. A little. Nothing major. I quite like that though. Let's have a look. I don't even know what that... Oh, yay. That's the one. There you go. There's your aura. There you go. Pretty. So let's just bring this down here. If we're looking at sort of a cold, bless him. So that could now be like a little icy place. So if I was going to do that as an icy place, I need to put some... let's have a look what we got. I could do a bit of pan pastel on it maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a play. So let's have a look. So if this was a little pond, for instance. So let's cover them over. So already it looks like we're iced. Yeah. Now you can use, I'll tell you what else you could use. You could use the silver gansai tambi take, excuse me, drop of shimmer. That would also give a fabulous sort of shimmer effect. But then again, if you want like a cracked effect, let's see if this one's going to work. I've got an array of these pens that are just dying on me now. It's time for a new pen. Time for a new pen. Oh, that one works. Okay, so here now we can quite easily put just a bit of, so it looks that little bit of iciness just on the edge. So that's actually given us that sort of there's the land, there's the grass, there's our icy pool. And then if that's the case, and there's the iciness and it goes off to there, for instance, our Mr. Man now is fishing. So let me get me number 3 again. Let's see if that's yep, it's working fine. So that's the number 3. There we go. Number 3 on the Pigma Micron, and I think it's archival. Yeah, archival ink. So I'm going to put him holding, and it's gone into there, and then I'm going to give a little interpretation that it's now. Just so you can see that there's something. And for me to do that, I need a little bit of white, because obviously that's frozen. Yeah. So you see how that tiny bit of white there, I don't know if you can see that, but then it's giving me the hook under there, but they're dead fish anyway. But it's all about the fun of the card. So don't worry about the dead fish as such. He's not. So let's just, on that lovely sort of weird looking plant that we've put on, berry-esque, let's just put some berries. Just here and there, just a little bit of white, just so it sort of gives. And if you wanted to actually put some colour on, that's maybe where you put a bit of red maybe onto that. And then if we used, let's have a look what we got here. What we got, natural grey on the zig. Now we could just glide over just little places here and there if you wanted to. You haven't got to, but I just want to give that little bit of a sitting on the edge of that now. So I've turned that into a rock base. Let's get some rocks around here. Let's get that edge. And this is where you can think to yourself, if you wanted to use like a blending tool or anything like that, because for one, it's a watercolor, because the zigs are watercolor based. You can just play around with that if you wanted to. And then if you wanted to just glide a little bit of colour over, you can do. And especially around the face. Now, around the face, let me go a really light. Yes, that'll do. Let me just dry off a second. I want to put in some little cheeks in. There we go. There we go. So he's got his little furrikins here. Let me just put him a little bit of, and just where, no, oh, I nearly put that on him then, didn't I? Oh, he didn't stop me. Let me just put that, a little bit of water on that. Let's move it around a little bit. Now, it's up to you whether you think to yourself, if he's been there a long time, you know, we could just bring his eye out a little bit more. And we could just put a few little creaky creases in his eye. Because he's sat there for so long, the fish have died. We'll just bring his little dots out here. And he's got his little, he's definitely got his fishing hook there. And he got the fishes under there. I mean, that alone is like, especially if you've got, I don't know, a masculine card that does a lot of fishing, you know, they're always down by the pond or whatever it is, wherever they go. That would work out really well. Let me just put a little bit, just put a little bit of colour in here, a little bit here and there, just to bring out them little, just those little bits. Looks like them little berries. Just breaks up that, pulls it all together. So now what would I do? We need to do something up here. So I'm liking that bit there, but I just either want to do some splatters or just something slight, nothing to sort of take your eye line away from there, but just something to add to it. Because at the minute, I love the way the gansai's done. I love the way we've got like this magical aura. I like that bit around there, but I just want to now frame and finish off. So just some water. And all I'm going to do is just tap just where we put there, whatever was on our brush. Now, it could be elements, it could be oxides. Either way, it's going to be something that complements with water. There we go. So let me just get a little bit, just going to put a little bit of heat on. just to activate it slightly. And then all I want to do then is just quickly just take that off, just blot it off nicely. There we go. So all I've got now is just that slight lift of colour. And now if I'm going to edge it, I'm going to edge it in a darker colour so it frames it. So to bring that sort of iciness to it, I think I'm going to be thinking of, I'm going to bring in maybe a little bit of tumbled glass and then a little bit of Uncharted. I'll start with the lighter colour first, you know me. Lighter colour always comes first. So I am just going to bring it down where that pond is, just to complement that area there. And I'm just going to just gently just touch over just them corners, just take it down a little bit. And I'm going to turn the card. Bear in mind, if you don't like it, we can put water splotches on it. Honestly, it hides a multitude of sins. And just remember, it's only a card. So already that's given me that lovely little, I really like that. Really giving it a lot of depth. Just a couple of stamps, that's all we need. So we've got the Uncharted. I do love this. Blends beautifully. Let me just pop that there for you. Now, when you look at this on camera, it's not that blue. It's more of a grey blue. So I do apologise. That looks proper poof in your face sort of thing. And it's not. It really is a grey blue. How weird does that make? That's very deceiving for your colours. That is. So again, just in places, just kiss over. And I'm very loose with my brush. So don't be like, ugh, you know. Just allow the brush just to touch. I call it kiss the paper. Nothing major. Yeah, nothing major. And you see where them blobs are? Don't worry about it. It adds so well to the effect because look at the card. The card's got blobs everywhere on it. It absolutely complements it all day long. Okay. So there you go. So let's just put that there a minute. Let's get them out right. Now I really like the way that's turned out. I am going to put some some Posca on. Just at this, only a slight amount though. Nothing major. Promise. I'm not adding any more water to it at all. But I just want to so it looks like that bit of snow's coming. And you can actually aim. I know it's difficult to do, but over time you get to know how to sort of play around with this. And I just want to add just a little bit more, just so it looks like there has been a bit of drift. I think it's lovely when you get that sort of lovely effect. And if you're unsure, you can use your finger, or let me just get a dry brush. Yeah, that'll do. And just while that's still wet, you can just move it around. Only slightly. You just need to dab it here and there. There we go. Look at that. And again, let me just see if I can just put a little bit on there, because I just want to, don't want nothing major. Yeah, so here's another tip. Literally tip very lightly. Yeah, dry brush, no water involved, just dry. And look at that, we've got that sort of little icy look now. Perfect. There we go. And don't forget that hook is underneath the water. So again, you just want to take it out. Now, if you really want to be sort of proper, oh, you're not doing that, Lise. Let me just find my pencil, because I wouldn't want you to think I'm out of sorts here. Let's just a little bit there, and then that would be sort of over there with the tail. So let's just mirror that a little bit. And then, there we go. Okay. So, and then if you want to, if you want to really be, so I've just put it in my gob. Don't panic. I haven't got paint poisoning. I just want the smidgest of amounts just to move that. I ain't shy, I'm real at the end of the day. There we go. That just gives you all your little reflections here and there. Okay, so another different card. I do want to let me just try and let me do a bit of red. Let me get a bit of a red pencil, but I need that's the red I need. I want a lightish red, not a dark red. I just want to because he's been there forever and his eyes are bloodshot. Poor little thing. He's withering away. Bless him. Right, I do want to. Right, I'm just going to put that actually into some water now. I'm being really good there, you know. And all I want to do here is just blend it very, very lightly so it goes red to pink. Yes, perfect. Okay. Do the same again. So water, take it off my brush. And it's just so it moves that little bit of ink, that little bit of pencil. Okay, now look at him now. Hasn't that made him? So he's fishing in a nice pond. His hook's there. You got your dead fish and you got your blizzard. Now, how funky is that for somebody that fishes? That'd be a fabulous card. So it's just a case of matte and layering as such. So let me just clear up a minute. Let me get my brain in action. Let me see if there's any comments. So I don't know whether there are comments. I can't say. It hasn't refreshed. I don't know what's going on with this, but hello anyway. Hopefully you're still there. I haven't scared you away. I scared myself away, so I wouldn't blame you if I was you. I'd say run as well. So let's have a look. I'm going to matte and lay the cards. I'll do them off air, as you do. I'm going to show you what I've ended up with tonight from these two fabulous packs, which is Bestie and Cat's Rule. So Cat's Rule, we've had the auras, we've had a funky sky with viewers, the gansai tambi. Selection of stamps, we've mixed and matched actually between the two because we've used that little bit of foliage there, and then we've got the dead fishes underneath, you know, which I think is quite quaint actually. And then we've used Bestie, and let's have a look. Do you know something? I can actually touch them, not comfortably, they're not fully dry, but they're touch dry, if you understand what I'm saying, yeah? So I'm not going to take the chance to matte and layer it yet. I've got to give it a little bit. But yeah, we've had two different, that's a watercolor card. That was a multifarious card. But we've had two very, very unique cards. Let me just grab a bit of some assets, put them down for you to see. There we go. Let me move blocks out the way. Goodness me. I make more chaos for myself, totally, don't I? So there you go. Two stamps, two sets. There you go. Now I hope you like, and the reason why I'm not going to matte and layer because I can't see your comments, so I don't know whether you're saying anything to me. I'm really sorry. So all I can say is thank you ever so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Share, whatever, you know, watch an ad, that helps. It helps pay for all these bits and bobs and everything, you know. So I thank you ever so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. So I'll matte and layer it. I'll put that as the front card so you can see what I've done, and I shall post these out into the group. So thank you ever so much for joining me. I will be back on Thursday. Lavinia. Going to be an interesting one. It's going to be something busy, lots going on. Get your creative juices into it. So I shall see you Thursday. I will be flying around on Facebook and socials, you know, through the week and whatnot. So feel free to message me if you need to. But please like, please comment on the video. Please watch an ad. It does help me. It's only pence, but it all mounts up in the pot. So thank you ever so much for your support. I'm sending you my love. I can't see any comments. I'm sorry if you're saying anything to me. I apologise, but I love you all to bits, and I shall see you all soon. So I'm going to demount. Here we go. Ready for the clonk bang and everything. And love you all to bits, and I'll see you later. Oh, here we go. Crikey. Am you ready? Ta-da then. Love ya.